What's up, guys? Harvey here, and today we're going to be talking NFL football. We're going over the picks of the week, and we'll see who's got the edge and who doesn't, who's coming off those bye weeks, and talking all that good jazz. So let's jump right into it. All right, first up, Week 12, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, 7-3, at the 0-10 Oakland Raiders. I'm picking not the Raiders for this one. I think they're going to get their 11th loss of the season, tying franchise worst wins in the season, going completely winless in the entire season. I'm going to give the Chiefs 32-7. I'll give at least the Raiders a touchdown. All right, next up, Cleveland Browns 6-4 at the Atlanta Falcons 4-6. I'm going to pick the Falcons in this one, especially coming off that great win in Carolina with their field goal kicker who did an amazing job and really got them out of that one. I'll go 24-16 Falcons in a close one. All right, 2-8 New York Jets at the 5-5 Buffalo Bills. I'm going to go Jets after this one because they had a really good win against Pittsburgh, coming off their bye week. The Buffalo Bills lost that close game. Not really close. It was more of a, I guess it was a close game. Close game to the Miami Dolphins in Miami. I'll give the New York Jets 26-20 in a close one. Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 2-8 at the Chicago Bears 4-6. Going to pick Chicago. They're coming off that pretty solid win against the Minnesota Vikings, trying to level that turmoil in the locker room between Brandon Marshall and Jay Cutler. I'll go Bears in a close one, 26-21 over the Buccaneers. All right, 6-3 Cincinnati Bengals at the 5-5 Houston Texans. I think this is going to be a pretty good game. Can't really tell who's going to be the winner of this one. Andy Dalton was doing pretty well. No interceptions, no turnovers, none of that jazz. Houston Texans, J.J. Watt, another reception for a touchdown, who's been killing it on both sides of the ball. I'm going to go the hometown guys in the Texans in a close one, 19-14 Texans. And now we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1-9 at the Indianapolis Colts 6-4. Indianapolis coming off that short week and getting completely obliterated by the New England Patriots. And Jacksonville, well, they haven't been doing so well at all. They're basically a close second for the worst team in the NFL next to the Oakland Raiders. So I'm going to go Indianapolis in a big one, 36-10 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, 7-3 Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings, 4-6. Going to go Packers in this one. Aaron Rodgers was lighting up the Eagles in that game, scoring 53 points against that Philadelphia Eagles defense, where their offense definitely didn't show up. Mark Sanchez looked mortal, of course, even after coming off that huge win over the Steelers. So I'm going to go Green Bay 40, Minnesota Vikings 20. All right, Lions 7-3 at the Patriots 8-2. This is going to be a really good game, I think. Tom Brady did a phenomenal job against the Colts. Really ran that defense all around the field. Gronk had a great game. Gray, who ran for almost 200 yards and 4 touchdowns in his first career start, coming out of nowhere, especially in Detroit coming off that loss to Arizona, which was somewhat close at halftime, but then Arizona decided to pull away. Actually, no, it was actually close. It was something like 19-14, but still a good win. Cardinals are 9-1. Woohoo, I guess Cardinals. But I'm going to pick Tom Brady in this one, 31 to, I'm going to say 17 on that one. All right, Tennessee Titans 2-7 at the 7-3 Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go Eagles in this one, coming off that loss against the Packers where they got completely demolished, and I think that Mark Sanchez is going to get more comfortable in the system, do a little better job. So I'll go, 28-16 Philadelphia Eagles. And now we have the 9-1 Cardinals at the 6-4 Seahawks. I'm going to go Cardinals here just because they won in Seattle last year, and they were the only team to do so in Seattle for the entire season, coming off that great win against the Detroit Lions, who were a top-notch NFC North team. So I'm going to go Cardinals 20-18 over the Seahawks in a really close one. All right. Miami Dolphins, 6-4 at Denver 7-3. I want to pick the Dolphins here, but I know that Peyton Manning has been doing pretty well coming off losses, and he's probably going to be itching to get after this one after that loss to the St. Louis Rams in St. Louis. So I guess I got to pick Peyton Manning over the Miami Dolphins, even though I'd rather pick the Dolphins. But I'm going to go 32-26. Broncos in a close one. All right, so next up, Washington Redskins 3-7 at the San Francisco 49ers 6-4. Picking the Niners just because I know they're gonna totally demolish the Washington Redskins. Coming off a pretty good win over the Giants, even though anybody can probably beat the Giants these days. So I'll go San Francisco 27 and Washington 20, and somewhat of a close one. All right, 7-3 Dallas Cowboys at the New York Giants, who are 3-7. Picking the Cowboys just because Tony Romo, I'm sure, has been healthy since they played in London against the Jaguars. And the Giants are coming off that pretty tough loss to the 49ers after Eli Manning threw 5 picks. So pretty sure anybody's going to beat the Giants if you throw 5 picks. So I'll pick Dallas 24-19 over the Giants. All right, Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. Excuse me. I'll go Ravens in this one over the Saints. I think Flacco's having a pretty good year. You know, the Saints lost that close game against the Bengals in the Dome at home. So I think that they're probably going to be itching for a win, and Jimmy Graham's going to probably light it up along with Drew Brees. So I'll go Saints in this one, 21-16 over the Baltimore Ravens. Those are your picks for Week 12. This is Harvey signing out. Take it easy.